ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਟਸ ਆਵਰ ਆਨਰ ਟੂ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਅ ਪਲੈਕ ਟੂ ਦ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਲੱਬ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਨਮਾਨਿਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸੈਕਰਾਮੈਂਟੋ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਗਦਰੀ ਬਾਬਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਦੇ ਫੁੱਲ ਭੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਲੱਬ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 3 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਂਦ 'ਚ ਆਇਆ ਇਹਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਮਤਲਬ ਸੈਕਰਾਮੈਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਏਰੀਏ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੇਡ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਬਾਸਕਟਬਾਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ 2 ਟੀਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕਬੱਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੀਡੀ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਲੱਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਥਾਂਦੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮੂਹ ਇੰਡੋ-ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਲੱਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਗੇਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਦਰੀ ਬਾਬਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਦੇ ਫੁੱਲ ਭੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Now we have with us a very special guest. He's a great friend of our Indian community, a great leader, a great educator, and that is Honorable Steve Lee. Before Mr. Lee comes on stage, I'd like to give a few background facts about him. He's currently the Elk Grove mayor. Before that, he was the vice mayor, a part of the city council. He served as a trustee on the Elk Grove School Board. But for over 18 years, he's been an educator, and the things he does for the youth to keep them off the streets, to keep them in a positive atmosphere is amazing. As a leader, as a mayor, he's done so much for the Elk Grove community. He's focused on youth development, economic development, and he's actually created multicultural celebrations that brings the communities together, closes the gaps. Being one of us, he does a lot. He is always supportive of our community. I've said it multiple times, but in Elk Grove, we have the Singh and Core Park, and if there's a strong person behind that, that is Honorable Mayor Steve Lee. Now he's up for re-election, and it's our duty to support him, and we support him by not just giving our votes, but going out there, giving the extra mile and walking and making the phone calls and letting everybody in our communities know that we need a leader like him. I've said it a few times before, but he's the one leader that you can actually call on a cell phone and he'll be there. He was one of the first leaders to start that, and now other leaders are following him. So now I'd like to call upon stage Honorable Steve Lee to say a few words and, for all his contributions, not just to our community, but to education, to the city of Elk Grove. If city of Elk Grove is known in our community today, it's because we have a strong leader like Mayor Lee. So please welcome Mayor Lee.
Thank you, Paul. I truly appreciate that wonderful and generous introduction. What is really special today is about people standing up for freedom and rights. I think it's important and critical that we continue to celebrate those people who perhaps may have come into our lifetime or those before. What is critical is to celebrate each and every one of those individuals that inspire us to be better. And for us to remember this on an annual basis is pretty profound. Now, I have had the privilege of working closely with your community, which now I have adopted to being my community. And the reason why is for somebody on the outside, when they look at us and we look a little bit different, they don't make the distinction of who we are. They make the statement in which we're not included in their city or their community. That's why it's so important for me to come out and welcome many of you who perhaps maybe don't even live in the city of Elk Grove but are visiting. But what is critically important is the fact that an incident happened here in Elk Grove several years ago. You've heard about it, the 2 elderly Sikh men who were killed in our city. I wasn't mayor at that time. I was a community member, but as like you, I was shocked. I asked myself, how can that happen here in America? A country that supposedly is supposed to embrace those people that are different, is a country that is inclusive. That then was a jump start for us to start the Multicultural Committee. which many members of the Indian community, representative from the Muslim and also the Sikh community are members of. I made it a point to make sure that everyone that I appoint is inclusive of groups within our city limits. Today we celebrate, just recently, our multicultural festival. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud that now we have a city that is inclusive. We have a mayor that is a minority. We have a diverse multicultural committee. We have employees that include many of the different religions, community members, ethnic members within our city. That is pretty profound. I'm asking you to continue this work, and I'm asking you as equal partners. As we begin to complete the Singh in Core Park, I'm looking forward to having an opportunity to cut that ribbon with the CSD. I'm looking for an opportunity to see all of you there. I think that that is the step in the right direction for at least to remember the two men who were struck down, who were murdered in this city. It's our obligation to continue that memory forward and to say that this will never happen again. The opportunities in which I provide out of my office includes internships and community service for many of the young people. I continue to be the only member in the city of Elk Grove of the council that provide volunteer opportunities. I have two young volunteers who are going to get up now and begin to pass out flyers in which if you have young people who are interested in internships, they can go onto my website and then volunteer to participate. So volunteers, please, if you could. Oh, you already did. Oh, wonderful. So the webpage is mayorstevelee.com. If you have a young person who's interested, they get a nice letter from the mayor's office. And nowadays with the CSU and the UC requiring community service, this might be a good opportunity to do that. I wanted to be here today to really acknowledge someone and an organization that continues to pay tribute to those freedom fighters who have come before us. Many of you have studied imperialism and understand what it took for young men and young women to stand up against tyranny, to stand up against something which is massive, to stand up for the right reasons. That's the reasons why I run for public office, is to do the very same thing. To pay tribute for those who have come before us and to remember their contribution is that the least that we can do. Today we do that. And the organization in which I would like to acknowledge specifically is the Indo-American Cultural Organization. And the person in which I'd like to ask to step forward is Surinder Binda. Come on forward, please. Yeah. Many of you see him. And, you know, obviously he doesn't do this alone. There are many people who work with him so that this event could come together. But I look to him as a leader in our city, in our community. I look to him as somebody who will continue this tradition of remembering those who come before him. So what I've prepared today is a Mayor's Medal of Appreciation. If you permit, I would like to present this to you to acknowledge your contributions, not only to the Sikh community, but also to the community in general. On behalf of the Mayor's office, on behalf of the city, I present to you the Mayor's Medal of Appreciation. Thank you so much.
That is the biggest honor. Thank you. तेई साल दी उम्र न्याणी सी अजे नहीं जवानी माणी सी 23 साल दी उम्र न्याणी सी अजे नहीं जवानी माणी सी ए देश दी खातिर वार दिती ए नहीं भुलनी कुर्बानी सी शहीद भगत सिंह. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you UC Davis Girls Bhangra. in honor of our freedom. UC Davis Girls Bhangra. A round of applause for the team.
दिल तारे होके पर्दा जिसने ना सजन प्यारे ने करनी उड़ीका मुलाकातां नू तरस दे कन सोनिए मिट्टियां पातां नू
Detroit City, I said come to Detroit City, I said come to Detroit City. We changed the name, we took it again.
ये सब होके करते मैं बनलोहिया तेरे नाते मित्रा ने हर बोली मोहिया देख लवांगे ताके केड़ी सानू करूगी यार मोड़ के पंगड़ा दुनिया कटर देखूगी यार मोड़ के पंगड़ा दुनिया कटर देखूगी हो दुनिया कटर देखूगी यार मोड़ के पंगड़ा दुनिया कटर देखूगी हो दुनिया कटर देखूगी
What an energy, what an energy. Beautiful, beautiful.